Guys, I don't know if it work, but working, and then I'm going to carry on. Hey, Deborah, can you hear me good? Is the feed all right? I don't know if it's like cutting out or anything. Very with my internet. If I want to go to Google and everything like that, I don't know why. But let me see. Just once. Google keeps coming up. Hey Jude, hey Jody, how you doing, sweetheart? It's choppy, is it, guys? Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna try to see if that works. It might say resuming. Hopefully it doesn't. The Colmado was supposed to top up for me today. This might be better. I just took off my data. Maybe this is going to be a little bit better. Let me know if this is better. I'm going to just hold on for a moment until I get notification from you guys again that this, okay. Porter says this is better. Okay. How about you, Jody? Are you getting a good feed? Sorry about this for you guys that are just, yes, can hear you. Hey, Lisa. You guys can hear me, but is it a good feed? Let me see. Oops, just cut out. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to contact my Colmado and ask them why this is cutting out. It's good. Yes, it's good. Is it cutting out for you, Lisa? I topped up beforehand. I was supposed to do this video like 4 days ago, but well, I got really busy. Like, oh my gosh, so busy. Oof, and today's going to be another busy day, but I'm not complaining because it's better to be busy than to be bored. I like the B word, busy, not bored. And that's something that I'm going to be talking about today, but I just want to make sure that the topic is going to be on point because I need you guys to hear me and everything like that. So I just want to say welcome to you guys. Oh, you know what? I had a moment of brilliance. Hold on one second. I'm going to go get my other cell phone and see how I get feed. I'm going to try to clip this on today. Doesn't always get good reception, but somebody that I videoed the other day clipped it on and it worked. So I always like to be patient with things, so we'll try it. All right. Let's see how this is. If it's a little choppy, then I'm gonna, okay. I think it's okay. Oops, let me put this on silent. There we go. I'm just gonna leave this right here on the side so I can see the feed as I, whoops. Oh, I went on to another video. The other video is Tailor Made Dreams. I'm gonna get to him in a second because he is my newscaster on my television show. Guys, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Cerise. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, I do random videos and live airs on the Dominican Republic. I do relocation, I do real estate, and a whole lot more. And right now, I'm just preoccupied trying to get this video. There we go. Okay, guys. So today, a couple of updates. Speaking of updates, my television show is going so amazingly well. We've done 5 shows so far. It's on local television here in the Dominican Republic with Costa Norte Television, Channel 3 in Sosua, but we air all over the Dominican Republic, not the entire Dominican Republic yet, but my plans are to get syndicated even in Canada. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but we're going to make something work, you know, always with manifestation and the power of positive energy. So that's what we're going to do. And my show is about relocating and real estate and news updates. But even if you cannot catch it here in the Dominican Republic, there's a live to air every single Wednesday starting at 7 o'clock to 8 p.m. When I go live, the show is live. And we show it live on Facebook. So make sure you guys check out my Facebook page. It's open, Cerise Fairfax, same name as my YouTube channel. And just check out where I put the link and you guys can watch it. There's so much valuable information that is on there. It's very similar to my YouTube channel, but it's just more condensed. So Tailor Made Dreams, he also has his own YouTube channel. He's our newsman. He comes on and oh, congratulations to him. He just had a baby. But it's amazing because he really has been holding it down. You know, he missed one show only because he was waiting for his little girl to be born, Amber. But she was born last week and we welcomed the brand new little baby into the expat family here. And it's been great. You know, I have on real estate agents. I have on a lot of my favorite feature on my television program are people who have relocated already. And they're giving information on how they live their life here, what they do. But then also I'm going to be bringing on a lot of you guys. So that's why I want you guys to contact me when you are coming on vacation. So like at least a couple of months before. Because most of you know when you're coming on vacation, you plan it for a few months in advance. And that's what I really want. I want to make sure that I have you guys on, not just people who are, not just people who are already living here, but people who have been coming here from time, because that's important. Some of you guys can't live here yet, but some of you guys have been coming here for 15, 20 years, 5 years, you know, maybe you guys, some of you have never been here before and you don't mind coming on a live television feed and you'd be like, hey, you know what? Why not? Why don't I go on television one time while I'm there for my first time? And so that's what I'm looking for as well. You guys that are willing to do that. Now, also, if you have a business and you work online, like you do websites or consultations, anything that you do, you can get advertising with me on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel as well, but on my television show. It's called Living Good. And you can definitely get advertising. It's $200 a month only, 10,000 pesos. And you get a whole entire month of commercials. And then you also get featured on my YouTube channel. And then I also feature you on my Instagram channel. And that's a lot of advertising for just a low cost. And the reason why I'm offering it to people who are abroad is because You don't need to be in the Dominican Republic to advertise to people here. My show is the only English speaking show on that channel, and as well in the north coast of the Dominican Republic on any channels that is doing what I'm doing. So it's quite an advantage for anyone that wants to advertise. Now, without any further ado, I do want to get to today's topics. Now, some of the cons of living here. You guys know on my channel, I talk about all the pros, like constantly, what's good, what I love, you know, and I can get into everything off the top of my head. I don't even need a list of things to be able to present to you what is amazing here. Not at all. But when it came to the negative things, I actually had to think about it for a moment, because I was like, what are some of the negative things about here? And even the things that I did pick are not even necessarily what you would consider crucial. They're things that you can just flow with. So I have 3 off the top of my head. I have a busy day today, so I got to make sure I don't do a live to air for the next hour and a half or 2 hours like I always do. But I do want to make sure that I get this video out of the ballpark today, because if I don't get it out today, I might not get it out for the next few days, and I don't want to keep holding it off. Okay, so one of the main things that I find is a con here is when it rains. When it rains, the motoconchos don't work. And for those of you who don't know what a motoconcho is, it's somebody who is a moto taxi. Now, that's one of the main forms of transportation here in the beach town of Sosua. I even take motoconcho to Puerto Plata, which is 20 minutes away on the back of a moto. I've even taken a moto before on the back of a moto with my ex-boyfriend to Santiago, which is 2 hours away. Yeah, that was like riding a horse, going all the way there and then exploring Santiago. Beautiful, beautiful city, right? But then we had to, on our way back home, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to take the moto. I just wanted to put the moto on a train and get home. But we came all the way back, and it was good, and I'll never forget that. But I wouldn't suggest always taking that form of transportation to Santiago or even Santo Domingo. There's local buses here. Well, like coach buses here that you can do that with. But just back to the rain. Motoconchos, they don't like working in the rain. They don't like getting wet. The motoconcho is the guy that drives the motorcycle. And the reason why they don't like to get wet is not because they feel like there's so much sweetened sugar and they may melt. No, because it's actually a very important point. Something called gripe. Oh, look at that. Hold on one second. I got to tell my client I'm running a little bit late. Hey, sweetheart, I'm running a little bit late for our session. I'm going to give you a shout back in 20 minutes. So now gripe, that is just a Spanish word for cold, common cold. Now, it's a very serious thing when you guys can probably hear hear that? That's a truck going by with a big speaker in the back doing promotion for something that's probably going on in the city this weekend. I mean, in the town this weekend. Okay, so motoconchos. Now what happens is when it rains, right? It's really humid, and then it rains, and then when it rains, you're on a moto and you're going very quickly, and then the breeze gets into your chest. And a lot of the men here, they're not wearing like a protective layer. And when I say men, it's because there's not a lot of motoconcho women. I don't know any motoconcho women here at all. And the outskirts of Sosua, I do. So what they do is they can wear something like a windbreaker. You remember windbreakers back in the day? They sell those here, and some of them will have windbreakers, or some of them will put a garbage bag on, but most of them will just sit back and wait for the rain to finish. And usually, if it's not rainy season, the rain will stop within maybe 10 minutes or something of that nature. Don't get me wrong, sometimes the rain will like go for a whole entire day, and that's just during the rainy season. And usually it is like 10 minutes, and then that's it. Now, the reason why I say that's a con, it's a negative for me, because when I'm ready to get up and go do something and I have plans, I need someone that's going to work in the rain. Okay, so I do have a few motor controls that will work in the rain, but my favorite ones don't. But that's okay, because you can also get like a really cheap private car, like a driver for those days, and that's what I figured out. And I'm thinking this is a little bit more of a con to me now, because over the years of being here, I got used to not going out. I would just cancel my plans if it was raining that morning. I would just, any plans that I had, any meetings that I had outside, I would either conduct them via cell phone, or if I had to meet up, like to go shoot an apartment for a video for like renting, then I would just contact the person and say, hey, it's raining out, I take moto, so I'm going to reschedule till tomorrow. And it's a common thing. Nobody's going to get upset at that. People are like, oh yeah, no problem, of course it's raining out, you take moto, I get it, right? Because we all understand that. And not only that, when people do take moto in the rain, it's also very dangerous. And there have been times where I'm in this, like in town, in Sosua, had no clue it was going to rain at night, and I have to take a moto home, right? So, I mean, obviously I duck and, you know, I try my hardest not to get the cold air on my chest as well. Now, since I started my program, it seems like almost every Wednesday when I start my television program, it seems like every Wednesday it has rained except for one day. Last Wednesday it rained, but in the morning. And so now I have a person that drives. Mr. T, the Educated Traveler channel, he has a friend that he introduced me to that is a great like in-town driver. And so I'm gonna be using him. At first he was gonna be a little bit expensive, but I had to talk him down. So that's one of the cons, rain, and you may have to change your plans if you are a person that takes moto everywhere. Now, if you don't mind taking an umbrella and just grooving with it, then that's one thing you can do too. Just make sure that you wear some shoes that are not high heels, and make sure that you wear shoes that are not like you don't mind getting wet, because sometimes it could rain a lot, and then the roads, sometimes they get a little bit flooded, only for a minute, and then you may have to step in some puddles. So when it is raining out and I do use my umbrella and I don't need to take a moto somewhere, I always wear a pair of flip-flops that are just easy to get around in. So that's one of the negatives. Another negative actually is people think, and this is a brand new negative, people, oh wait, stop. I didn't write these negatives down because there's really not a lot. Let me get to another one, and then I'm gonna get to the last one. I only have 3. Another one is the electricity. The electricity does go out if you don't have 24-hour electricity. So that's one of the questions that you should be asking somebody that you're getting an apartment from. Sometimes, you know, they don't have 24-hour electricity. I don't have 24-hour electricity in my apartment. When the electricity goes out, it goes out. But for me, it has turned out to be a positive. Only on Wednesday, when it rained a little bit and the electricity went out for the day, it was a little bit of a negative for me, because I had to, you know, like I couldn't get ready in my bedroom. It was a little dark, so I had to come out here in the in the kitchen, put my makeup on out here, and I had to take a shower in cold water, but it's not really cold water. I know some of you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, it sounds like she's camping, and I'm not. It was just, it's like room temperature water, right? And I showered. I had no hot water for many years when I first came here, so I'm used to it. But I do like hot water again, so I am a little pampered when it comes to that. And so I guess when the electricity went out, you know, having a shower in room temperature water was just like one of the fast showers, you know, and I really like to take long showers. So that might be tedious for some of you guys. So when you do come here, make sure you ask the landlord that you're renting from if they have 24-hour electricity. Now, 2 things about it if they don't. One, the government, the president right now, Luis Abinader, is working very hard on changing the transistors here in the Dominican Republic so we can get better electricity. And I have been seeing that like a lot. When I first came here, like 4 years ago almost, Once a month on a Tuesday, the electricity would go out from like 10 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, for sure. Like, just like, it was like routine. But it doesn't do that any longer. And I was actually really shocked. Rainy season came, and I was like a few months ago, and I was really shocked when the electricity went out. I was like, oh yeah, the electricity goes out here sometimes, right? So I mean, it just showed me that the electricity does still go out, but it's still getting worked on. Now, a couple of things that I've learned during those times, if you are a person that's here on vacation and the electricity does go out, it doesn't really go out at nighttime. It's during the day, like I said, during routine things. And if it does go out at night, it's probably just because something happened to the wires in your area. But most of the routine happens from 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning until around 5. Now, the routine doesn't happen a lot either. Depends on what area you live in. I'm talking about Sosua, more specifically Puerto Plata. Now, I have learned to just have some books on hand. So I have these books that I get at the local restaurant. They have these books up the street, and I just go there and I grab a whole bunch of books, right? And then when the electricity goes out, I sit on my terrace with a cup of coffee, and I kick my feet up with my dog Noche, and I read. And there's nothing like getting a good reading in. I love it, and it really kind of relaxes the body. You cancel your plans for the day and you chill. Or you invite a friend over and have a few drinks and have a great conversation. That's another thing you can do. So that's it. Electricity and when it rains, and motoconcho when it rains. Now, third thing that I've been noticing, and is just kind of uncomfortable, to be honest with you. Hold on one second. I want to make sure that this feed is coming through great. Another thing that I've been noticing is negative foreigners. You know, there are a lot of people in the world, right, that they how can I say this gingerly? They're not happy. And so they think things are going to be greener on the other side. So they live where they live, they're miserable, you know, they're not living their best life. And then they think when they come here, they're going to live their best life. That's quite possible. I mean, a lot of people do that, but that's not always. So if there's somebody who's generally just negative and is not a people person and doesn't like people, they're probably going to carry that type of personality here with them. Especially if they're not a beach person, especially if they're not going to dig into the Spanish language. Like if they're just coming here to chill, chances are not much is going to change within their personality. And some people can be nasty. And so, like, I'll give you an example. The other day I put out a video, and one person's like, I want the real price of the apartment, not this gringo price. And I'm like, okay, I am the person that is looking for deals for you guys. You know, I'm the person that bargain hunts. I'm the person that will go shop at a secondhand store for even myself here, because I understand that the secondhand stores have like great deals. You know, like I am that bargain hunter type of chick. I love a good deal. I've always been like that all my life. And so here, when I'm here, I'm looking for apartments for you guys that are within your budget. Now, before the world became what it is right now, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, there were some apartments that I could get you for $250 a month, $350 a month. If you look at my old videos, you'll see that from before. Somebody said to me, why don't you delete those old videos? And I'm like, well, no, I don't want to, because those videos are also like an imprint of how the Dominican Republic has changed and prices and how things used to be. It's kind of like a little bit of history as well too, right? All people have to do is just look at the date of the video. And if they see that the date is from 2 years ago, chances are the price went up, even if the world was still the same as it was before this whole, you know, stuff is going on. I don't want to say the words because there's certain words that the videos get identified as, you know, maybe, anyway, prices are going up. And this one guy, he's like, accusing me of charging more than what the apartment is. Now, I really wanted to come back at him and just get all hood and just be like, oh, please, you're complaining about a $500 apartment? Like, then don't come, because this is an apartment that you're going to be 5-minute walk away from the beach. You're going to get free internet. You're going to get free cable. You're going to get hot water. And you're talking to me about $500? No, like, that's just, really showing his mentality and his negativity and his ignorance. And he's like, prices aren't that high in the Dominican Republic. And yes, they are. They're rising very high every single day, and they have not stopped. I have people contacting me for condos that are like 50,000, and I could get them apartments for like condos for 50,000 a month ago. Now those are up to like 65. Could you imagine $15,000? And we're talking American dollars, Canadians. $15,000. And why? Why is this happening? Because everyone around the world is tired of what's going on in the world right now, and they don't want their lives to be threatened or interrupted the way that it was during the last couple of years. They don't want that any longer. They're like, you know what? I'm not waiting any longer. I want my investment, or I'm taking my retirement, or I work online. Let me just go and rent out in the Dominican Republic and live there, right? And that's what it is. I've seen the prices go up. I'm so happy. I've been living here for a year and a half. I have a guy that lives across the building from me that rented an apartment from me like about a year ago. And he's rarely there. He's always in America, but he's not letting that apartment go because he pays $450 a month. And he knows that if he leaves, it's probably going to be about $550, right? So most likely $550, maybe $600, because it has a huge terrace, a huge balcony. And it's only a 5-minute walk away from the beach, 3-minute walk away from the beach. So this is what I'm saying, negative people. Now today, I posted a video, $700 for an apartment. It's across the street from my apartment. It's in a place called Los Cerros, and it is $700. So it's brand newly renovated. The fan is like, really nice. Air conditioning, has a washer in the unit, a washer. Like, places don't come with washers. I don't know if I said 2-bedroom, brand new beds. Everything's brand new in the apartment, and it's in a nice family area. So if you are a single parent, a 2-parent family, you are so welcome to bring your children. And again, it's a 2-bedroom, so that's convenient. Or if you are a person that's just coming and you're only going to occupy one room, you can use the other room to Airbnb it out. Now, you can't Airbnb out the whole place if you rent it, because obviously the landlords will know. But if you're living in the unit and you want to start a passive income, like you want to have a stream of income where you don't mind having a roommate and someone that's going to live in another room, then why not? I mean, they could pay your rent every month. You can make more than $700 a month on Airbnb just by renting out that room at like $50 a night, and provide a breakfast, continental breakfast or something like that. There's so many opportunities that you can take hold of here. But in any case, back to the apartment, I posted it today on Facebook, just so I can let people know, because that apartment, if someone else was going to get it from this landlord, they would probably make it about $1,000 a month, because they would just inflate the prices. But when the landlords come to me, it's because they don't necessarily need that inflation. They just want a solid amount of money. They can put it on Airbnb, but it's a lot of work to put something on Airbnb, because you have to make sure you maintain it. You have to do your check-ins and your checkouts, and that's the reason why I don't do it. It's a lot of work. A lot of people think, oh, Airbnb, it's so easy, but it's not, because it takes a lot to actually take care of people and make sure that when they're coming here, they're happy. So, the landlords that contact me, they can Airbnb it out, but they're like, no, they know I'm going to get them a tenant for a solid month, right? Because I don't deal with Airbnb. So anyone that contacts me for apartments is usually for a month or more. And so, you know, I put it on Facebook today, and the video is 20 minutes long. But during my video, I'm not just putting up photos and saying, oh, here's some photos and this apartment is available to you. I've learned now that you guys want so much more information. I've learned now that you guys want to know what's going on in the area. Because if I put up a video and I do what I used to do back in the day, and I just go, oh, from the ceilings to the floors to the walls, and here's 1 room, 2 room, 3 room, and I don't make the video long enough to let you know what's outside as soon as you leave the apartment, what's in the area, what's convenient. I mean, a lot of people want to know this information. So as they're doing their research, they can be like, oh, okay, that apartment Cerise has for $700. There are pharmacies around, banks around, schools around, grocery stores around. Don't need a car. If I do have a car, then I can park it, you know, stuff like that. And the local bus. So in this video, it's 20 minutes, but I'm going on about what is conveniently located. I'm even talking about like the buses, the coach buses in it. I'm talking about other neighboring towns in it and everything. And so this guy on Facebook, he's like, oh, he's like, oh, 20 minutes for an apartment? I don't think so. And then so I got back to him. And I wanted to be clear that he was talking about the minutes, that's why he wasn't going to watch the video. So I said, do you mean 20 minutes is too long for the video? Because this is also an informational video. You know, for those of you who do not want the apartment, still listen to the information, because there's gems of information in every single video that I make. I make these videos for you guys. I listen to certain questions that you guys ask me. You know, you guys make requests on my WhatsApp. Can you please give me this information, that information? You guys look at my videos, not just so you can watch me kick at my feet at the beach or at a bar. You guys really want vital information on relocation and what each area entails. So for instance, that area, Los Cerros, you may not want that particular apartment, but after hearing that whole video that I made for 20 minutes, and you look up Los Cerros and you happen to find your own apartment, you'll know exactly what's in that area. Like Los Charamicos, where I live, right? And so, or like Sosua, I've made so many videos about Sosua now that people come here and I meet them on the street and they're like, hey, you're that YouTube woman. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, thank you so much for your videos. Like, I literally use your videos as my guide. And so this guy, he's like, yeah, well, you know, he's like, it's too long. And I'm like, well, it's an informational video. And then he got back to me with his nasty self. I should have cussed him out. But in any case, he got back to me and he said, well, then if it's an informational video, then you are doing false advertising. Could you believe that? And I was like, dude, please don't have me cuss you right now, right here. Right? But I didn't, because I didn't want his negativity to get to me. And that's exactly why a lot of people, before they come here, they're already angry, they're already nasty. So I just said to him, I'm like, listen, it's an informational video. And a lot of people appreciate a lot of information. You obviously didn't watch the video, and that's cool. But when you say false advertisement, that is a strong, strong thing to say. You know, accusation. I said, that's a strong accusation to say. So I will not take it personally. And I will just say that I will allow my professionalism and my good reputation to speak volumes for me. And he didn't get back to anything. He didn't say anything. I don't know. And even if he does, I'm not going to argue with a fool. But all I'm saying is you will find that here in this beautiful island where people call it the Caribbean paradise, you will find certain people come here with their negativity, but you're not going to find the Dominicans like that. Dominicans are very loving. They are people. Like, they really do love it. Today, this morning, there was a woman, she knocked on my neighbor's door, like not in my building, but the next building over. And our buildings are literally about this close. And this woman is a Haitian woman, and she has a little girl, and she like this, she's a cool mom. Like, I have nothing against her. Sometimes she's a little loud and stuff like that, but it's totally fine. Her daughter is a little girl, just like 2 years old maybe. In fact, I was thinking about going to the La Tienda, it's a store, and getting her a nice little Barbie doll. In fact, I think I'll do that today because of this situation. So a woman knocked on her door today. Not a foreigner, it was another Haitian woman. And she knocked on her door and she starts yelling at her, right? And I'm sitting in my bedroom and I'm like putting the video up on YouTube that I put up today. And, so I'm working, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I hear her, she bangs on the door. Blah, 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 blah. And I let it go. And then she starts yelling louder and louder. And then I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I hear the little girl cry. So I was like, okay, I'm not having this. Like, this woman is yelling at this other lady. And I understood what she was saying. She said that, like, I don't understand Creole, but the woman was speaking broken Creole. She was speaking a little Spanish / Creole. So I heard that woman owes her 2,000 pesos, which is $40, right? And so they're arguing, the two women. So I opened up my window and I'm like, hey, like, yo, be quiet. Stop yelling at this woman in front of her baby, right? And then the Haitian woman that started it all, she just looked at me and she's like, oh. And she looked down at the little girl and she said, you're right. Yeah, I shouldn't yell in front of the little girl. And I said, yeah, And then she comes to my window to tell me what the problem was. And I'm like, listen, no, this is none of my business. I already know the woman owes you 2,000 pesos. Like, it's none of my business. All I'm saying is be respectful of people here living around. If she owes you money, deal with her on the outside. Do something else. Call her up, whatever. And she was like, okay, that's it. Now, I couldn't imagine like a foreigner just being calmed down like that, Like, I couldn't imagine. I would think that a negative foreigner would be like, mind your business, blah, 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 But in any case, it turned out nice. And the woman looked at me and she's like, you're right. And she left. And so, that will happen from time to time. Dominicans and Haitians and people living here, expats, we're not perfect. We're really not perfect. None of us in the world are perfect. But there are some foreigners that will come here and try your nerves. So you just got to hold your tongue, hold your corner. You may want to say something, but at the end of the day, it's not worth it because it's a really small town and you're going to run into them again and again and again. And it just happens. Like, I can't tell you how many times I see people all the time. And so we got to just hold it down and don't let negativity get the best of us. Let me see some messages here. Oh, it froze. Leo says, get a car. I don't need a car, Leo. Why would I get a car? That's an unnecessary expense. I live in a town where I walk everywhere, really. I should I should be walking because wherever I take the moto to, I can walk. I would work off some chub too at the same time, but no. Those of you coming here to Sosua, you don't need a vehicle if you are local all the time. You don't need to go around town and rent cars. If you need to go to Puerto Plata, there's something called the public car. It's like Uber Pool. You get in it, 60 pesos, 100 pesos, which is like $2, and bam, takes you straight to Jumbo. You can get your grocery order or whatever you want. If you want to get stuff in bulk, you don't need to go there and buy groceries. You can just go down the street and buy groceries. As a matter of fact, you can just call Colmado and they'll deliver your groceries to you. So you do not need a vehicle living in Sosua. Don't come with that mindset. If you're a person that's coming here and you're looking to save money and you're looking to really budget because you do want to just live a really nice, chill, laid-back lifestyle, you do not need a vehicle. With a vehicle, you have to get insurance. You have to worry about the gas prices that are going up right now as well. And in the Dominican Republic, already before the gas prices were up around the world, gas prices were very expensive here. Before that, what people would actually do, Dominicans, is they would rig their car and get a propane tank put in their car, like a regular barbecue propane tank. The only thing that's different is you can't smoke in the car. I don't smoke cigarettes anyway, so I don't smoke anything. So, you know, I don't mind having a taxi driver that has a propane tank. And as long as he's not like a crazy cabbie, then he's not going to get into any accidents, right? That's it. It's raining out. I go from here, Los Charamicos to El Bate, 5-minute run, bam. Now, if I moved out of Sosua to like where I want to move one day, to the countryside, where I want to buy land and I want to have like a beautiful sustainable home and a garden and everything, I would actually consider getting a Jeep or an SUV of some kind, but something very low cost. Okay, guys, so just keep in mind, you do not need a vehicle. Leo, thank you very much for your suggestion, but that's not my lifestyle. And I know a lot of you guys that are coming here, it's also not your lifestyle. Very few expats here in Sosua have vehicles. I could count on maybe one hand, maybe a hand and a half of expats that I know here that actually have vehicles. Okay, maybe 10. I know a lot of people here, and maybe only 10. And that's not a lot compared to all the people that I know. Okay, so guys, don't think that you need a vehicle when you come here, but a lot of people feel that you need that for the convenience, and you really don't. But yes, Leo, you're right. I can take Uber if I want to. It's called Uber Pool. Bravo! When is the rainy season? So the rainy season is, well, you know, I find that it is a lot in like the end of December, January and February. I find a lot, but also they say that hurricane season is in around October. So I don't know. I mean, there's no hurricanes here really, but, and I mean, usually if there is a hurricane warning, it usually goes by the Dominican Republic. I guess because the way the Dominican Republic is shaped, and stuff like that. But the main rainy season that I recall being here is like the end of December, January, February type of thing. And it seems like it's, you know, now just a little bit of rain, not a lot. Hey Peter, Blue Vega, que lo que, greetings to the chat. How you doing, Blue Vega? Is it rainy season there? It's not rainy season right now. I think it's just ending. Jody says, get all hood. Oh yeah, the prices everywhere have escalated around the world. Absolutely, a traveler of all people yeah, it has gone up. I love the way you do business and the videos are great. Thank you, bravo, thank you, Jody. Juan Carlos, I don't have Facebook. Oh, okay. I will make sure I do something about that. King Mel from Brooklyn. Hi, I know who you're talking about. Who? Who am I talking about? You saw it on today on Facebook? King Mel, where's the other security key? There's only one key on the security lockbox. And then Hondo says, I'm coming down Monday. How's the weather? The weather's good today. The weather's good today. Hey, King Mel, I contacted your other phone number and someone answered it. So whoever has your phone when you lost it, they have access to it. So I don't think you're answering it because I even said, Shamel, get back to me about the key, and they didn't get back to me. So they're checking your phone. And then I contacted your other phone number, but it's only one check mark. So I need the other key. Message me and let me know where it's at. But okay, so if you guys don't have Facebook, I will start putting Living Good, my program, up on my YouTube channel. Okay, I will start, but right now, what I'm doing is, especially for the first couple of months, it's been 5 shows so far, but what I'm doing, hold on. What I'm doing is I'm promoting the TV station first. It's a local television channel So, you know, and it's not only me that has a show on there, but I'm thinking about the other people that do have shows on there. And, you know, there's Spanish shows, and I want to be like a family with them, you know, like they've welcomed me in, and they treat me so well, the whole crew. And every time I show up every week, you know, they're so professional. And so that's why I want their Facebook page to blow up. Like, I've been adding people on it, I've been promoting it, and so that's what I'm doing pretty much first. But when I get to like the 8th show, probably even before that, I will start putting snippets of my show, Living Good, on my YouTube channel. It has been an amazing run so far. I'm very happy with the responses from everyone. It's been beautiful. Now, another thing that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be putting on okay, so that's it with the negatives, with the cons. Like I said, when it rains in the motor conchos, make sure you have backup. Like Leo said, you know, a car, taxi, something like that, which I do. And also, you know, the electricity. You know, if you don't have 24-hour electricity, don't worry about it. It's not a big thing. When the electricity goes out, just make sure that, hi Noche, just make sure that you have your cell phones topped up. And you can just go on your cell phone, have a book on your cell phone or your tablet or something of that nature. If you're a person that's a writer, or you like to play games or anything of that nature, you can also do that. Now, if you're here long term, and something about the electricity that you should know, this is really important, because when the electricity goes out, your modem on your internet goes out. How do you get internet after that? Well, if you're here long term, you just make sure that your cell phone is topped up. That's it. Now you get yourself your cell phone chip, and 100 pesos, you top it up. That's all. So that's pretty easy to do. And yeah, so something I'm going to be doing, something new and something different. I'm going to be doing something called a chicken wing crawl, because the other day I was talking to a couple of guys, and the one guy, he's like, oh wait guys, did this freeze? This froze, didn't it? Did this freeze, guys? Is it frozen? Let me see. Sosua to Punta Cana, how long will it take? Hondo says. Oh, I think it takes about 6 hours. Yeah. Didn't freeze? Let me see. Nope. Hey, real brother. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing. Okay, a lot of people make a lot of claims about things. Like if someone says that they have, you know, the best wine or the coldest beer, or they have whatever, that much is clear, because we do know what a good glass of wine tastes like. We do know what a cold beer tastes like. You can't negate it. But when some people say that they have the best pizza, or I'm going to be doing a pizza run as well in the next few months, or the best chicken wings or whatever, right? So this is what happened. The other day I was speaking to a couple of dudes, and they wanted to know where they can go get some chicken wings. And I told them a place that I used to go to, and they were like, no, I don't want to go there. I heard that they have really good wings there, but my buddy told me that they're not all that good. And I was like, well, how do you like your wings? And he's like, well, I like my wings dry and crunchy and crispy. And I was like, okay. And then I asked his buddy, I'm like, well, how do you like your wings? And his buddy said, I like mine grilled, barbecue style. And I said, okay. And then I asked the other guy, and the other guy is like, I like any type of wing, just as long as they're not small and tiny. So I was like, that is so different. That's like pizza. You cannot say who has the best of it, because all of us have an acquired taste, right? So I was like, that's very interesting. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to look for the best wings in town. I'm just going to do a chicken wing crawl. And I'm going to go from each restaurant in Sosua, and I'm going to present to you guys on my YouTube channel because chicken wings are, I think most people do like them, and they're a common thing on a menu. I mean, hamburgers are hamburgers and stuff, but chicken wings are a little different, I think. And a lot of people that come here love chicken wings. So I'm going to be going to a different restaurant each week, and I'm going to do a video on their wings. I'm starting today at Brooklyn Bridge. The reason why I'm starting at Brooklyn Bridge is because it's a brand new restaurant. I met the owner. His name is Louis. He is a Haitian American, and he's a pretty cool dude. And he bought advertising for my television show. So, you know, of course, I want to be loyal to him, and I want to kick off the chicken wing crawl at his place. And I thought to myself, you know, he said he has really good wings. So I'm like, all right, let me do that. Now, I heard that there's a place called Crazy Ranch here. I've never been there, but I go past it often on my way to Cabarete, and everyone is telling me to go there. Like, hands down, that has been the #1 suggestion. Crazy Ranch. They said that they'll do your wings any way you like it, and they have a variety of different sauces. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there was another place called Spanky's, and I'm going to try out Jesse's. I'm going to try out Jolly Rogers. I'm going to try out Cheers. I'm going to try out Smiley's. I'm going to try Treehouse. So if you guys have any suggestions, you guys let me know, because hamburgers are not just hamburgers, JB says. That's true too. But you know what? That's actually true too. You're right. But I'm not really a beef eater, but maybe I should do a hamburger run. Those are the things that people like, right? Hamburgers, pizza, wings, you know, because those are like easy pub meal stuff, right? So yeah, you're right. I should do a hamburger one too. I think I will. I'll go from chicken to pizza to hamburger. And here in Los Charamicos, actually, they have a hamburger joint where for 180 pesos, that's like $3 for a hamburger, and it is gigantic. And then not only that, they sell burritos that are really amazing. And I never had a burrito with no rice and no beans, but this has like cheese and chicken and tomato and lettuce. And I'm telling you that it's huge. It's heavy. I could only eat one piece for lunch, and then I had to save the rest. And the reason why the guy makes it so big and so packed, I'm going to get to the other chicken wings in a minute. But the reason why this burrito can be so packed is because his dad, he's a Dominican guy. His dad owns a butcher shop. And so, you know, they have a lot of meat, and so they just run a restaurant. Okay, so yeah, the wings. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around to all these wing places. Like, there are a lot. There are more than 10. So I think I'm going to be developing wings soon. Fly to all these restaurants, because I'm going to go probably twice a week. And I'm going to go have wings at 2 different restaurants, but I'll put up a video once a week, as I don't want to do overkill wings on my YouTube channel. But I do want to make sure I present it each week, and you guys can see, and you guys can come, and you guys can also see what restaurants are available for you to come to, because I'm not only going to do, like, talk about that restaurant's wings, but I want to also promote the restaurant. And this is all going to be for free. Brooklyn Bridge, you know, today I'm going there, but they also have other things going on. They have DJ Friday. They have all kinds of different specials and everything like that. But I am going to go around Sosua, and I want to show you guys what the chicken wings are like, because some of you guys do like them crispy. Some of you guys do like them saucy, and everyone has a different taste. So I want you guys to know what is going on around here when it comes to that. And again, JB, you're right. Burgers are very important. Another thing, pizza. There's a lot of pizza joints here, and there are a couple, like, to name a few, Margot, there's Pirates Bay, you know, there's Osteria Toscana, and they have like really good pizza. There's Siba, they have really good pizza. And it's not for me to go around and say what the best is, because I'm a person, I like thin crust, and you can just put a little bit of sauce, onions and cheese, and I am good, right? But some people like it thick crust. and doughy and, you know, a lot of meat and stuff like that. So pizza is also a very different thing. And this is what I want to do. I just think it's fun and it will be entertaining for you guys as well. Okay? So I do have a busy day, like I said. Let me see if I have any more questions right here. Jody, looking forward to the wing crawl. Thank you. Real Brother says Crazy Ranch is good. They'll be going up all over the island. Yeah, I think so. I couldn't believe it when I was like, because I was on a couple of Facebook groups and I just wanted to tell the expats what I will be doing. And I made a little post about it because I know that expats are very informative here. And I was looking for suggestions on restaurants. And the number one suggestion was Crazy Ranch. So quite interesting. And I've never been. So I'm really looking forward to going there. And again, this is not to bash any place at all. Like, I'm not that type of person that's going to try a chicken wing and be like, ooh, this is gross. I'm not that person. As I love all chicken wings, actually. I love crunchy, I love saucy, I love sweet, I love cheesy, whatever. I'll eat any type of chicken wing. I like chicken wings. I developed a taste for them while I was here, actually, because I didn't eat meat in Toronto. And I came here, started to eat meat, and then wings are one of my go-to things here. And I really enjoy them. So, you know, I'm not that person that's going to use a review based upon my taste. But I will say, I'll show you guys the size of them. I'll let you know how cooked they are. And, you know, the deal. Because some people, like for instance, Goddess Lounge, she has, like her wings, she sells the whole entire piece. Like you get all 3 pieces on it. And some people don't do that. Some people will say that they're selling you their wings and you get 12 for like 500 pesos, but you're literally getting pieces, right? And then when you go to Goddess and she says that you're getting 3 wings for 100 pesos, which is $2, with a potato and salad, that's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 pieces of wings. Okay, so that's what I'm also going to be letting you guys know too. You know, how they sell them, how they're broken up, how they're cooked, how big they are. That's all. So I'm not looking for the best place. I'm just telling you guys what I think is probably the best deal, and you know, stuff of that nature. So guys, I love you so much. I just wanted to make this video and let you know what's going on. And can you Uber from the airport? You can, it depends on what what airport you're coming from. Great question. I provide airport pickup and drop off. Not me, I don't do it. I employ Dominicans. And my driver will pick you up from Punta Cana. It's a little expensive. You know, I would suggest to you, even though I love to do business, but I also like to keep it real and keep it honest. If you're coming from Punta Cana, which is on the other side of the island, to Sosua, then I would say take a bus. Take a bus, like a real coach bus. They're comfortable, they're air conditioned. It'll be 6 hours, but you know, maybe 5 hours, but they have like a movie. And if you don't understand Spanish, then that's okay. You can, you know, plug in your cell phone so you can charge your cell phone. You know, it's a real comfortable ride. They're safe. The buses are safe. They're very much like how they are in Canada. And I would only assume the same thing in America, where, you know, you put your luggage down on the bottom and you cannot take your luggage out. Each stop, you have to show your ticket. And the drivers are very particular because the drivers are aware that people's goods are very important to them. They're not delinquent or negligent at all with your belongings. They're actually quite strict. If you lose your ticket, you are not getting your stuff. Like, so, like, if you lose your ticket during the ride, then you're gonna have to show that at Caribbean Tours, that your identification, because your identification is connected to that ticket. Okay, so that's how very staunch, it's how very strict they are. And I would say take a bus. Now, if you do want to take an Uber, you might be looking at a couple of $100. From Puerto Plata, you can take an Uber. Puerto Plata Airport is the airport you want to go to for Sosua. But some people, because they find that the Puerto Plata Airport prices go up and down and they fluctuate so much, that they will go to Santo Domingo Airport, and that's the capital, and they will take a cab here, which is like I think 120 bucks, 150 bucks, right? Or they will go to Santiago. Santiago is the most common place, and that's about 90 bucks, 100 bucks. And you can take a driver here, private driver, and they bring you straight here. If you need a driver, let me know. But if you're someone that likes to save money and you're someone that likes to, you know, I don't know why my video on my cell phone is so late, but I keep thinking that I'm getting cut out here. But in any case, I do want to say that if you are, you know, if you do need a drive, let me know. But if you are looking to take the bus, give me a shout. I can tell you, just contact me on my WhatsApp. You know, some people, they rent a car. It really depends on you. But if you are a person, you're traveling solo or with your family, and you're taking a cab because you want to be careful, I understand that. But it's not necessary. You can feel free to just go with the flow, and you know, it's a safe country, it's a safe environment. And the bus service, I've never heard anything negative about it. Now, once you get here and you need a vehicle to get around town, again, there's some things called public car, but once you are within Sosua, walking, that's the main thing, walking in motos. Like, a car can pick you up from wherever if you have your own driver and everything like that. But the public car is on the main roads, you know, like kind of like the bus service. And within Sosua itself as well, the local buses don't go around within Sosua itself, only on the main road, Route 5. Okay, so just to let you know, because Sosua, again, you can walk the whole Sosua. So it's a small town. So I want to make that clear. And I do have to go because I do have a heavy day. I just wanted to knock this one out the ballpark. Oh, POP Airport. Oh wait, Nemesis says, I will set up a consult with you soon, retiring in July. Oh, I love that. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that. And then Real Brother says, every Wednesday at Goddess. It's an incredible deal. It is. Every Wednesday at Goddess, 100 pesos, and you get 3 full wings. And I don't know if she took it down to 2 now, because it is quite a good deal. And you get a potato, and you also get coleslaw, homemade coleslaw. And not only that, it's a great expat environment. You can network, you meet people. It's just a wonderful, it's on the beach, there's a pool there. It's an awesome deal, you can't go wrong. And it's every Wednesday, Wing Wednesday. If you go anywhere for your wings on Wednesday, that's the place to go in Cabarete. And the owner there, her name is Darrett. Tell her I sent you. So, yeah, now I forgot what I was going to say. From Puerto Plata Airport, you're coming in from POP. To Sosua, you do want to take a cab. You can take the bus as well. If you don't have a lot of luggage, you can just go to the end of the airport, right? Like, so you're in the airport, there's a road, you walk to the end of the road, you're outside there. If you want to come with your back to the airport, you want to come to Sosua, you want to go left. And you just go across the street and just take any of those white buses. Like, it's a white bus with curtains in the window, and you pay like, I don't know, 30 pesos, 60 cents, and you are in Sosua. And if you don't have change, they will give you change. So let's say you have just like 100 pesos or 500 pesos, they'll give you change on the bus. So you can do that, or you can take a cab. Now, sometimes if you don't have a cab and you leave the airport, they will charge you around 30, 35 if they know that you're unprepared. But if you are prepared, you can give me a shout. My driver will pick you up for 25 bucks American. He'll stand outside with your name on the board. And so as soon as you get outside, off the airplane, bam, your name's right there, and your driver will know where you're going. And especially if you're getting an apartment with me, then I will let the driver know what the PIN is. And my drivers, they speak very good English and they're very professional and they're just wonderful people. But if you're getting your own apartment, then all you have to do is get the Google PIN from your landlord or from the hotel that you're staying in, because my drivers are also very well versed on the area here in Sosua, and they'll be able to get you to where you need to go. Okay, so again, don't be afraid to venture out and take the bus. Do not be afraid to do that at all. It would work out for you in your favor, I think, a lot more if you just kind of immerse yourself into the culture. And that's if you don't have a lot of baggage, like a lot of bags. All right, so I see that there's no more questions right now. I actually did a whole hour and I wasn't expecting to, but that's okay. I love you guys and I look forward to seeing you guys really, really soon. I look forward to any of your messages. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to hit me up on WhatsApp. My phone number is 829-702-7726. Okay? My email is the exact same name as my YouTube channel, cerisefairfax@gmail.com. Right now, as it stands, the faster way of communicating with me is WhatsApp. Okay, on WhatsApp, I can send you information. If you want a consultation, if you want to open a bank account, you need a doctor, you need a dentist, you need a tour, any type of networking, you just let me know. You just hit me up. Don't call me because I don't answer my phone often at all, unless I already know who you are, because most times I'm just so busy. But just leave me a voice note or just leave me a text. Reach right out. But please tell me who you are. Make sure you don't just say hello, because when I get to you, I'll say hello back and I'll say, how can I help you? And then I might not be able to get back to you for another 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, because again, I get so busy. But if you have something, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad that you're just like, hello, my name is blah, blah, blah. This is what I need. And if I can offer it to you, I will within the first message. So you're not having to wait 24 hours for the next answer. Okay, so just be very thorough when you contact me. And yeah, I look forward to working with you guys. I look forward to meeting you guys. I look forward to doing this chicken wing crawl for you guys. And I also look forward to you guys watching my program, Living Good, on it's going to be national. See, there was a Freudian slip. On local television. And again, if you want to advertise to a lot of foreigners here, whether you make websites or whether you do consultations or anything around the world, or if you sell a product online and you can ship it here, because that's quite possible too, get yourself some advertising. It is under $200. You get a month of commercials on local television. You get featured on my YouTube channel and also featured on my Instagram profile and also Facebook too. Alrighty guys, I love you. I love you. I'm gotta check one more message and see. All right, I don't see any more messages coming in. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button so I know that this is content that you enjoy. And of course, like always, I will make sure that I upload more videos that you like. Take care, everyone. Oh, wait, I saw one little message come in. Keith Hannah, how are you? Alrighty, guys. Mwah. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. Look forward to my chicken crawl video tomorrow.